Let's stand and let's sing. And you know the song by now. For Auld Lang Syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot in the days of Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of Auld Lang Syne. And surely you will buy your cup, and surely I'll buy mine. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of Auld Lang Syne. And we too have paddled. We too have. Uh-oh, hold on. Here we go. To have paddled in the stream from morning sun till night. The seas between us, Lord, and swell since the days of Auld Lang Syne. Last chorus. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll drink a cup of kindness yet for the sake of Auld Lang Syne.
Happy New Year.
In case you don't know me, my name is Susan. And I am so happy to see every one of you here. You are my family of friends. And I've talked to several folks lately about what is important coming here. And of course, the spiritual connection and the teachings are wonderful, but the community keeps us going. So I want to thank you all, and some of you know I've had a little rough journey here lately, and the most wonderful lesson has come to me from that journey. So many people offered to help me, called, dropped by, and I want you to know, many of you, actually most of you, I said, I'm fine, I don't need any help, but the fact that you called and you checked on me assured me that I am never going to be alone. So thank you. And now I'll get down to business. Okay, I'm privileged to welcome you here to the Sonoran Desert Center for Spiritual Living. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you're truly welcome here. Here you will be validated, supported, and encouraged to be all that you are meant to be. Our vision statement is love in action every day in every way. We express this love by learning and living the principles of the science of mind. You'll find our Declaration of Principles at the back of your program. Please join me in reading them now. I believe there is an intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe this intelligent power is only good. I believe this intelligence expresses as me. I believe through my conscious use of this power, I create my life as happy, healthy, and complete. And so it is. Do we have any first-timers? Would you like to introduce yourself? Thank you so much. Hey. Well, I hope you'll both stay afterwards. We have goodies in the back, and give us a chance, and we have one more person.
Oh, hi. My name is Ronnie, and I live in Green Valley, originally from New York City, Big Apple, tonight, yeah, fall down. And I love living here in Arizona. Very nice, very different, but I enjoy it.
Well, thank you. We love having you here. So please stay afterwards. Oh, we have more and more and more and more. Whew. Who else? Please stand and announce yourself.
I'm Yolanda. This is my first time here. I'm with my friend Mary Ann. Live in Green Valley after almost 40 years now, and I love the Southwest. This is my place. This is where I belong.
Thank you so much. So I would like to thank all the folks that make this day and many others possible. There are so many volunteers here, you would just be amazed. And things happen. If you see a need, it is fulfilled. But also we need every single one that's filling the chair to raise the energy and keep us all going. So thank you. Okay. Now, let's go to the announcements. And
for those of you who are visiting us for the first time, our words for our Namaste song are in the first page of your bulletin. The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you, and you and I are one. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you, and you and I are one. Namaste. Namaste.
Happy New Year. I'm John, and I am your practitioner today. The practitioners are the healing arm of our center. And so if you have anything going on, any resolution, any issue that you would like us to do treatment for in this coming new year, please come to me after service or fill out a prayer card on our table over there, put it in the magic box, and we will do treatment for you all this coming week. Well, we've made it this far. They call us baby boomers. They call us the elderly. We were born in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. We grew up in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. We studied in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. We were dating in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We got married and discovered the world in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We venture into the 80s and 90s. We stabilize in the 2000s. We got wiser in the 2010s. And we are going firmly through and beyond 2020. Turns out we've lived through 8 different decades, 2 different centuries, 2 different millennia. We have gone from the telephone with an operator for long-distance calls, to video calls, to anywhere in the world. We have gone from slides to YouTube, from vinyl records to online music, from handwritten letters to email and WhatsApp, from live matches on the radio to black and white TV, color TV, then to 3D HD TV. We went to the video store, and now we watch Netflix. We got to know the first computers, punch cards, floppy disks, and now we have gigabytes and megabytes on our smartphones. We wore shorts throughout our childhood, and then long trousers, Oxfords, flares, bell-bottoms, shell suits, and blue jeans. We dodged infantile paralysis, meningitis, polio, tuberculosis, swine flu, and now COVID-19. We rode skates, tricycles, bicycles, mopeds, petrol or diesel cars, and now we drive hybrids or electric. And now there's even self-driving cars. Yes, we've been through a lot, but what a great life we're having. They could describe us as exennials, people who were born in that world of the 50s, who had an analog childhood and a digital adulthood. We've kind of seen it all. Our generation has literally lived through and witnessed more than any other in every dimension of life. It is our generation that has literally adapted to change. A big round of applause to all the members of a very special generation, which will be unique. Thank you. Namaste. So I light our service candle, knowing that it represents the light in each one of us here, and we take our light into the new year. Thank you.
Time marches on. No, I'm just kidding. However, this is a song about the passage of time. My good friend, actually, Janice Stanfield. And I think I may have done this song for you once or twice before, but it's been a little bit here. But it just seems like the perfect addition and the perfect preamble to our wonderful speakers from our writers group. It's called Traveling at the Speed of Life. I'd like to think I can wake up every morning with a smile on my face, that I could go off and work and feel like I'm worth more than my pay. Anytime I can, I like to do something good for somebody else. There's just days and minutes all I can handle, keeping up with myself. Traveling at the speed of life doesn't always please me. Traveling at the speed of life doesn't always please me. Don't always understand, but I try to do the best that I can, hoping that I'll get it right. Traveling at the speed of life. Gives me peace to believe that my life is better, some bigger plan. Most of the time it feels like it's all out of my hands. Sometimes like me and everybody I know just goes around, either wishing time would speed up or wishing time would slow it down. It ain't always easy. Traveling at the speed of life doesn't always please me. Traveling at the speed of life, and I don't always understand, but I'm trying to do the best that I can, hoping that I get it right. Traveling at the speed of life, hoping that And I don't always understand, but I try to do the best that I can, hoping that I get it right. Driving at the speed of life isn't always easy. Driving at the speed of life doesn't always please me. Driving at the speed of life, and I don't always understand, but I try to do the best that I can, hoping that I get it right. Driving at the speed of life, hoping that I get it right. Driving at the speed of, driving at the speed of, driving at the speed of life. Driving at the speed of, driving at the speed of, driving at the speed of life. Woo!
Thank you. That was great. I wanted to dance. Hi, I'm Melinda, one of your awesome practitioners. And besides being the healing arm of the church, practitioners are the ones who facilitate classes. Louise and I facilitated a 6-week accredited Science of Mind class recently. We had 11 graduates. And the course, 11 people completed the course and presented their final papers. When you do an accredited class, you're asked to present a final paper at the end of the class. Today, we have invited 3 of them to share with you. We love and promote the likelihood of consciousness expansion through our classes. And now I would like to invite Byron Thompson. Yay!
I have a prop. Can you hear me all right? Ain't too bad. Melinda, I appreciate that introduction because it's exactly the way I wanted to start my comments today. This is my final paper. Does this count against my time? I learned a long time ago, Bob, when you're making a presentation, you don't want any other distraction on the stage. Especially when that distraction is as pretty as this one. My intention for taking the class that Louise and Melinda conducted, which was based on the book, This Thing Called You, was to more fully experience and express my spirituality. And I feel as though I made some progress with that. And if I have another 88 years in front of me, I'll be able to make a little more progress, I think. I've always been a believer in positive thinking and goal setting and affirming my good. Remember early in my teaching career that I read the words of William James, a psychologist, who said, "The greatest discovery of my life has been that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind." And certainly we experience that here in Science of Mind all the time. My goals today are to share from the Thing Called You class and to assist you in leading a richer, fuller life and being able to pass it on to others. Now, I'm preaching to the choir because I know, especially with my experience with the men's group, that you are people of great achievement and accomplishment. You didn't do that on your own. You did that through the application of these similar ideas. My definite major purpose in life has always been to assist the maximum number of people in realizing their full potential. And that's what I would hope would be the outcome of this presentation today. In using these tools, which many of you are using as well, have achieved my goals and am successful by my standards. The big thing about the class is it helped me to reinterpret the way in which I was embracing my values and all of these tools. And I think as a result, I've been able throughout my career to be able to be a beneficial presence, to assist others, and that's what I hope for all of us can come out of this with. So today really is for you a reminder rather than anything that's new. The techniques that I've had a new spiritual interpretation of are treasure mapping. Hold the treasure map up.
Okay.
You don't have a speaking part, Donna. Visioning and affirmations, and I know that all of you are doing similar types of things. I consider myself to be a pragmatic idealist, and as such, as I took these techniques and many more in my 35-year career teaching the Dale Carnegie course, I was able to make a difference in their lives. And the big thing I wanted people to do, and the big thing I want you to do, is to act, to take action, specifically in the area of service to others. However you define that. We support the Amato Youth Center, and my Rotary Club does as well. I've spoken to them, to the kids, on a number of occasions. And that's what talents I have, I've been able to contribute. And I know you've all got talents. I see it every first Saturday of the month, have for the past 15 years. It was the first time, John, that I attended. I recently heard the results of a survey that will be of interest to you. And this came about because of a presentation at our Rotary Club. It said that there are benefits to being of service. And I think you'd like to know this. They are health, longevity, and happiness. Ergo, if you aspire to a healthier life, want to live longer, and look for ways for greater service to others, make a difference in the lives of others so that our lives matter. Skip that part. Skip that part. Each of us can use our unique talents to be of service in whatever way that is spiritually satisfying to you. I couldn't recommend this class more because it really was an eye-opener for me. So, in closing, if you would aspire to get a certificate of completion, not everybody gets these. You have to complete to get one. Sign up for the next time that Melinda offers it. Closing thought. You cannot give away more than you get back in return. Thank you. Namaste. Susan.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Charlie Potter. And, you know, we came to this, my wife and I came to the spiritual center, you know, kind of on a journey to look for guidance. I know I came here for guidance. And part of that guidance is my lovely companion. And she helps me guide myself through life a lot better than I was doing on my own. And I do appreciate it. And, you know, taking this class was a real eye-opener for me. Like, you know, Byron said that I had taken a class in CSL before, and I just felt really overwhelmed in that beginning class. And then when I took this class from Melinda and Louise, I just felt something in my heart. My heart was opened up, and it just came to me that, you know, this is the place I need to be. So, and I wrote this paper at the end, and I'm just going to share it with you. So my wife is telling me to project a little bit more. So. I knew that was coming. But I wrote this paper on the 27th. Well, I actually finalized it on the 27th of last month. So, and the final project is called This Thing Called You, which is probably me too. So, okay, I'm going to start here. When I started this class, I had a vague idea of what I was getting into after the first week. I felt overwhelmed about the time it would take for me to really understand it, as the language was old-fashioned and the concepts very, very deep. The material in this course put me beyond my comfort zone. Throughout the past weeks, I have come to appreciate the writing and its content. I have come to understand that I am able to face my fears and manifest change in my life through co-creation with Spirit. I understand the concept of oneness and my Creator. Choosing to use this creative power and to exercise my responsibility allows me, my human self, and directs my ideas and thoughts through Spirit. I understand that Spirit is force running through me for good. My prior thoughts of thinking was in control of my life, that I was in control of my life, and that was coming from my ego. By incorporating new tools of meditation, mindfulness, and spiritual mind treatment, ego no longer drives my actions. Reflecting on my past, I moved to Tucson from upstate New York with my first wife back in '95. Life seemed to be good until 1997, when my wife was tragically killed in an ATV accident. I was numb for many years, and 30 of them to be exact. I wrapped myself into this neat little package that I thought was a human being. My career had taken me from a restaurant owner into the car business and then into the auto lending business. I buried my feelings in my career, and I was acting like a robot. I was just a shell of a human being and doing the same things every day, over and over, just reacting to circumstances that came along. I was so unhappy on the inside, and I truly didn't give the thought that Spirit had been with me all along. And then my life took a sharp turn when I met my current wife. She showed me a different path of discovery, personal growth and fulfillment through a new philosophy called New Thought. I have so much gratitude for all that I have now. I am blessed with a woman who loves me, and I cherish the relationship. She showed me the difference between religion based on fear and spirituality based on love, compassion, and empathy. This understanding has been further deepened by taking this course, this thing called you. I am embracing my spiritual path through the realization we are all spiritual beings living with spiritual laws. I now know that I have the power to direct my thoughts to manifest my positive actions. And so it is. Namaste. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, all. Can you hear me okay? All right. My name's Amy Martell, and I've thoroughly enjoyed coming here. And I want to share with you what I've learned throughout the class and through my paper. I kind of put off writing a paper because that's just what I do. But anyway, at the end of the classes, we were told to do a presentation. I thought, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I thought, oh, this will be simple. When I finally just calmed down and realized there was something really important that I wanted to share. And so I'm just going to read some notes I have here. It says, at the conclusion of this class, this thing called you, we were to write a paper about what we gained from the class. I want to share with you today what I have shared with other people in our class. My topic is on love. It was inspired by the question posed to our group as we gathered here for our Thanksgiving dinner. The question was, what legacy would you like to leave to make our world a better place? And my answer was, my legacy would be to leave this world a kinder, more loving place. My topic is about love. This necklace that I'm wearing is a big crystal heart. And there's many facets to this. And even on the front, there's little diamond type things. And on the back, it's smooth. Because I feel like when we're out and about, our love is in different facets. We have different facets to our level of love and the aspects of love that we all carry. And what we share with others is all kind of different, but yet unique in its own. So I like this necklace. And sometimes when I go try to figure out what I'm going to wear, it just speaks to me. And it says, with this is love. And I want to be loving and kind. And when I'm out and about, people will see that. And then I thought, that reflects a little bit of love from me to them. So when I wear it, it gently reminds me, like the facets of this heart, our love has many facets in it too. I can offer a smile and usually get a smile back. It makes me feel better. Okay, and then to my prop. I have this bowl here, and to me it symbolizes our world. And I've brought some gemstones from the gem show. John and I moved here 2 years ago, and when we were here looking for property, we happened to be here, and the gem show was going on. So we have a wonderful treasure here in Tucson to have the gem show. As many of you know, it's the world's largest gem show, and it's really fun. And it's coming up soon, the end of January, beginning of February. So for those of you that haven't gone, you're missing a treat. So if you get opportunity, you might want to go. So I have collected here some of the rocks that I got and the gemstones since we moved here. And let's see. Okay. So I wanted to also tell you something about these shapes. There's many shapes, as you know, when you go to the gem show. And this last year I went and I had a different thing in mind, because the first year I went, I liked purple, and amethyst just stood out to me, and I really liked the amethyst. But having gone last year, the second time, I had a different thing speak to me, and that was blue lapis. And I'm not really a blue girl. However, this blue lapis is stunning, and I found out it's one of the oldest stones in the world, and they're from Lithuania. And so I brought here some stones, and they're all heart shapes, and I wanted to share something about the heart shape that was kind of funny to me that I shared in our class. My twin sister and I both love rocks, and since she couldn't come to the gem show, she asked me if I would pick up some gemstones for her. And I showed her different ones, and she decided on the ones that she wanted, and she liked the blue lapis as well. So that was fun and easy. So blue lapis had lots of different, there was a whole table, and there was different shapes. Some were round and oval, and anyway. When I was getting ones for her, I just thought about the heart shape, and I thought, I'm going to be sending these to Idaho to her and her kids, and I want to send love. And so I talked with her about the shapes that she might want and some that I got, and she goes, no, I really don't care about a heart shape. Just get me some other shapes. Well, it still spoke to me, so I sent her some other shapes, but I did send her quite a lot of little heart shapes. And when her family, she had gathered to pick out a rock that they wanted from the gem show from their Auntie Amy, Natalie, her little granddaughter, she was 5 at the time last year, and she looked thoroughly at all the rocks. And then she looked at this little blue lapis heart, and she said, I'm the littlest, and that is the rock for me. I said, I have to find the very littlest rock, and so that's very special to her. And it's a heart shape. So the heart shape spoke to me, and they spoke to her family as well. So most of her kids ended up choosing a heart shape too. So anyway, here's one of the blue lapis hearts. And I'm just going to add them to this bowl. And this, I like this. It's labradorite, I think. I have some notes here for later if you want to come and look at the different descriptions. I guess I should come back here. As many of you know, rocks and gemstones, they have energy. And I didn't understand a lot of that energy about them, but going to the gem show, I have a whole new appreciation of the energy that rocks give to us in a lot of healing ways and a lot of empowering ways that I didn't know about. So it's very interesting. And some of these, anyway, I have pink quartz heart. That spoke to me. That, of course, is love. And let's see what else here. Oh, there's this one I thought was very interesting because I like green. But this is called Crocodile Jasper. And it's just so interesting. So this is one of them. And this is the blue lapis. So I'm going to put these in the bowl. Here's a real tiny little heart like the one that we have. Okay, so this bowl to me represents our earth. And in our earth, we have rocks, and we have a lot of people, and we have a lot of different elements, of course. But to me, this being the symbolic of the earth, and going back to my topic of love, I feel like this is us as our emotion of love. It's, as you see, as the earth, it's not a dome, it's not enclosed. This has energy and love that goes forth to the whole entire universe. And so by just our aspect as an individual to be loving, just give a smile to somebody, and it just might make their day. And anyway, my impact with this class and through the gym showing the love of rocks is I'd like to be more loving. And by wearing this pendant and just being a kind soul sometimes to us, what people need. So that was my goal. That's my takeaway from the class. So thank you.
How many of you remember our wonderful practitioner, Pat Watson? Oh, yeah. Well, she's still on the East Coast. She's still in Nova Scotia. She's still doing all of her wonderful, wonderful work and her things there, and continuing on her music and her community choirs, and it's just unreal. So if you have the opportunity, look her up and reach out and say hi, because I know she'd love to hear from you. But before I guess during 2020, we kind of started this little this little program where she was writing a chant every month for the center, and we were presenting the chant month to month, and then everybody went home and stayed there. So the whole program kind of changed. But this is one that she actually ended. She ended 2019 with this chant. And so I'd like to bring it back as a celebration of the past several years and our resiliency and our ability to grow, change, and thrive through, and despite and in spite of everything, yeah? And so this is an awesome chant. It was like this. The year is coming to a close. We are so grateful for it all. We look forward to next year. Thank you for it all. The year is coming to a close. We are so grateful for it all. We look forward to next year. Thank you for it all. The year is coming to a close. We are so grateful for it all. We look forward to next year. Thank you for it all. And we'll close out. Thank you for it all. And every time she'd finish a chant on her tape recorder and send it over, she would end it, of course, with, "And so it is." Thanks for chanting along with us.
It's now time for our offering. Thank you so much, everyone, for your generosity, for the giving that you have done all this amazing year that has enabled our center to accomplish the things in the community for the families at Christmas. All of your giving has made that possible. So if you'll read along with me the offering affirmation, which is on the back of your program. My gift goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless all that it touches. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I share generously of my good, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is.
Of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. And if you decide, conscience will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Think of your fellow man, lend it a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. Oh yeah. Put a little love in your heart. 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 Put a little love in your
All right. So join me, please, in consciousness as we complete and close our final service of 2023. And I'd like to start with a quote by Mark Twain. What are the two most important days of your life? The day you were born and the day you discover why. So take a breath as we know together, as we look back on the year just completed. Let's give thanks for all of it. The good we experience and the things that we wouldn't necessarily name good. Be grateful for it all. The blessings and the learning. Only as we've reconciled and befriended every aspect of the past year, we are in good stead to accept the blessings of what's coming. As we begin a new year, it is empowering to know that the most important impress on our life sows awareness of divine presence in all things. Goodness is ever available to us, seeking to touch our lives in subtle and overt ways. In this new year, we can truly find meaning if we're living mindfully. In our resolutions, we can hold our treasures, the relationships and acts of generosity, as the foundation for the things we want to manifest. This year, let's consciously choose each day what we hold as precious, and let's carry peace within ourselves and share it with others and the world. And I declare it so, I declare it done, and together we say, and so it is. So let's stand and circle.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace.